Well, it has happened again. I am broke, destitute. I have 57 euros to my name, the clothes I'm wearing, a backpack with a tent and two extra changes of clothes, and that is it. I don't have any food. I don't have any work, but we rode the bus as far as we could on the money that we had, saving a little bit so that we can buy some food if needed. And we've arrived here. I'm not even sure what the name of this place is. But I'm going to try to find a place to set up the tent for the evening without getting into any trouble. And then we'll see about trying to find some work in the morning. Alright, I'll see you guys in a little bit. I did forget to mention I, of course, have my cell phone and the camera I'm using. And I do also have my drone still, which I can attach my camera to. But I've been wandering around for a while, and I got out here onto the outskirts of town. It seems pretty quiet out here. There's this rusty old building. I don't know what that's all about, but there doesn't seem to be anyone around. So I think I'm going to set my tent up here in the woods, and we'll have ourselves a good sleep. I shall see you guys again in the morning. Well, good morning. It's a little bit after 5 a.m. Just starting to get light out. You can still see some stars in the sky. I'm pretty hungry, but before I wander back into town to try to find something to eat, I thought I'd check out this old abandoned looking building here. Oh, okay. Well, that's a piece of farm equipment. There's a much newer building right there. I don't see anybody about. I don't expect there to be anybody at this hour of the morning. Um, yeah, that's an old plow is what that is. Some other stuff over here. Looks like an old seed drill and an old trailer. Well, there seems to be power. Oh, it's a solar light. Okay, that's why it works. I can see some things in there through the door that doesn't quite close all the way. Well, I'll be some old equipment. Some very old equipment. That mower's got to be from the, I don't know, 60s or 70s. That tractor's probably 40s or 50s. Yeah, this looks to be in those same general areas for all the equipment that's in here as well. And out here, for that matter. Well, we know how to farm. That's what we did the last time we were in this situation. Now I'm going to close this up and leave it like I found it. There we go. Alrighty. And on that note, I'm going to wander myself into town, and I will see you guys again after I have some breakfast. Well, I made it back down here by where the bus stop was at, and that little building right over there is a little farm shop run by the lady that's standing right there watching me for some reason. A little creepy. She hasn't stopped watching me since I bought some fresh produce from her for breakfast and a couple of eggs that were hard boiled. So, yeah, I don't know what that's all about. Like I say, it's a little creepy, but it is what it is. I also asked her about that piece of land where I spent the night. I casually mentioned that I was walking last night and saw this old shed in the woods, and told her about where, and she told me that the person that owned it passed away. He was an older gentleman, um, quite elderly apparently. He was in his 90s, and he passed away, and nobody has claimed that land since. And I asked what I would have to do to claim it, and she told me I'd have to go down to the city council building and talk to them. They won't be open for a while yet, but when they are open, I will go have a quick conversation with them about that. See if I can't do something about that. All right, well, I'm gonna, for now, treat it like it's mine. And I'm just gonna wander up there, and if nothing else, maybe we can snag the equipment, even if we can't get the land. It's kind of stealing, but also kind of not. It's abandoned, right? Anyway, I'm mumbling, rambling my thoughts out loud. It's a beautiful place here. For now, I guess I will shut that camera off, like I said, and go for that walk back up to that piece of land. Well, we made it back up here, and while I was walking, I used my phone to look at a local job board and found out that there's a couple of little mowing jobs, and I do mean little, which, considering the size of that mower, is about all we can do. All they want is for the fields to be mowed, so that's what we're gonna do. And I will see you guys down there. It's gonna be a little bit of a journey. Alright, I decided to bring you guys back now. If you haven't figured it out from the intro, this is not a new roleplay series. This is our new vintage survival series. And I just noticed that I did not remove the money for our supposed breakfast. I do want to do that. So we'll say that cost us £7. That sounds about right for a couple pieces of fruit and 2 hard-boiled eggs. I just realized that puts us in the even 50. I didn't even think about it. I just came up with a number. So yes, this is our new vintage survival series, and we are starting with this little John Deere 110 garden tractor. For those who may not know, I own one of these in real life. It's a 1966 and looks exactly like this. This is the older round fender style from the 60s. I forget what year they started the square fender. It might have been 68 or 69. My tractor is a 66. But I do know that they went to a square fender version of this sometime in the late 60s or early 70s. Actually, just remembered, this is a 112. What I have is a 110. They were basically the same tractor except the motor. The 110 had an 8 horsepower Kohler motor. The 112 had a 12 horsepower Kohler motor. That was basically the only difference. There were options that you could get, but they were available for all years pretty much. So yeah, we're gonna drive all the way down and do these 2 tiny fields right down there by the store. Get some money flowing in. They're only a few $100 each. Not even a few hundred. I think one is like 170 something, and the other is like 140 or 150. You can stick the cruise control on, I said, and have a quick look here. So yeah, 174 and 130. So yeah, they aren't worth much here. We will not be doing any more storyline. I just like to do a little story intro to these vintage series to basically give a reason why we're destitute and starting with a bunch of abandoned ancient equipment. Oh no, no dog, no. Well, I'll be back. That's always a great way to start a new series. Have the dog over there on the dog bed throwing up. I hope that's not a sign. Oh, and he made me miss my corner. Dadgummit. silly dogs. And if I'm not mistaken, our plots that we need to mow are right here. Alrighty. Time to get her done. Alrighty, well, those are done. So, let's make our money. Oops, wrong button. Oh, and I just realized I only have time at times 5 instead of 10. I was doing that while I was doing the little story blurb so that not too much time would pass. But I do want to run the series at times 10. Alright. Well, that was entertaining. 355 whole dollar. Well, what other contracts could we possibly do? Bale wrapping? No. Baling? No. At least not yet. Cultivating. We could do that. We have cultivation equipment. Maybe we do 50. We'll see. Fertilizing, we can't do that yet either. Definitely can't do harvesting. Mowing, there's more mowing. And for better money. That is a significantly larger field. But we have some money now, right? So if we go up here to field 21 and get a worker started doing that one, let's accept it before it disappears. Yeah, field 21. Okay, that's great. And we can go over to 36 and do cultivating. I'll do 50 probably as well, but I want to do 36 first, so that I can, if needed, I can scrape together the money to keep paying the worker. Now, of course, the funniest thing with these old vintage tractors is that you do get passed a lot by the traffic. And yes, I don't have the same vintage traffic mod that I did for FS22. It's not available for 25 yet. We are a lot more limited on vintage equipment with FS25. So we work with what we have. Okay, we are going to call the recording there for tonight. It is getting way too dark. I can barely see the crop. I can only imagine how bad it's going to be on YouTube. So yeah, we'll call it there. We got the old worker going. We'll finish these 2 contracts up over the evening hours here, and see you all on the next episode. For now, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and as always, we'll see you on the next one.